Good morning and happy fall equinox. It's Ali here and going live. I know Deb has been solo the last couple weeks and now it's my turn. So I'm coming off of a great high from a week of personal development and then a week with a friend and working from afar. So it feels good to be back in my own bed, first of all. So I'm just curious if you're traveling, is there just that moment that you hit when you're away and you want to get back into your own bed? So with the fall equinox, it's a time to look at equal parts. And I love this time of year not because it's sweater weather and the leaves are changing. It's so vibrant, though it's also, when I speak of flow, the time of great polarity. When you have such intense time of working, there's also an intense time of rest and recovery. And fall very much reminds me of this, where you get the chance to have that equal parts of sunshine with that equal parts of darkness and night. It's a great time to reevaluate, what do you want to create for the rest of the year. Maybe start harvesting or reflecting about all that you have created so far in this year. So it's nearing the end of September, meaning we have 3 more months left of this year. And with the fall equinox, a change of the season, how can you just get into that cozy reflection of what were some great things that you've accomplished throughout this year? And sometimes great things and what you're accomplishing might not look like what you want it or appear. So it could be you've been able to manage your sleep cycle in such a way. Perhaps you did get that big new job offer that you've been wanting. You started a business. Did you start a podcast? Were you able to set some different boundaries in your relationships, take time for yourself, create a different spiritual practice? Look at all different sides of your life and start to reflect on this year that's already happened. Now, when you're reflecting, you might have made some goals at the start of the year. How can you move forward and pick one thing that you want to focus on this year? So where your attention goes, your energy will flow with that. And knowing that you can have that intense time of going for your goals and leaning back into that fall weather and the equal parts of just resting and allowing things to cultivate on their own time. Timing is something that I've always struggled with. I'm a very impatient person. Sometimes I enjoy things right away, and that isn't always the case. So when you are going for your goals, it's great to set the time and wanting to move forward, though recognize that sometimes life has its own timing for you. And that's why I think what fall can teach us with the harvesting of the fields, harvesting of what was planted throughout the year. You might have got a really great crop this year, and all of your vegetables came through. Your sunflowers are blooming now. Maybe the squirrels are getting them and you're feeding other animals and you feel very abundant. You might also look at your harvest and say, oh, that didn't quite work out how I wanted it, or something just simply didn't grow. I know with one of my girlfriends that I was visiting, she has this beautiful, beautiful garden, and she hasn't been as home as much as she would have maybe had in the past year. She's traveled a lot, which is one of her values, and she loves it dearly. Though her garden took the back seat. So some of her harvest wasn't there, and she has a beautiful, beautiful peach tree. And I know where I'm at, peach trees just don't exist. So seeing it was amazing, though it didn't produce any fruit this year. Whereas last year, there was so much fruit. There's ample peaches to make all the delicious things that you want, like peach jam, peach cobbler, peach pie. And this year, there just simply wasn't the harvest. So look at your life in that term. Sometimes you might be planting seeds and have this beautiful harvest come up, or you might have planted maybe a couple of different squashes together and they merge together to make something cool and different. And you're wondering like, oh, this isn't what I thought it could be. And that's okay too. Maybe some of the harvest just didn't simply work. It got overtook by weeds. It didn't have your same attention. And sometimes simply it's not your season. And that's not right or wrong, good or bad. It just simply is. And knowing that it is this like new journey, this life, death, rebirth that we have constantly going on. And knowing next season might be that flourishing season for you, and all the work that you're putting in right now is going to take you there. So wherever your goals and whatever you're doing, whatever flow you want, keep in mind of this season of great reflection. You're harvesting what you want and still going after it with some great energy that this fall equinox has to offer. So if you've been traveling, or if you're just kind of getting back into the swing of things with school, whatever has been going on, take a moment and kind of go through that exercise with yourself today if you can. I think it's beautiful just to have nice reflection and have compassion too if things didn't turn out, because life is always going to happen for you. And sometimes the universe has something better for you. And I would say not sometimes, but there's always something better out there for you. So with that, have a wonderful week. Happy fall equinox, and catch Deb and I this Thursday. We have some exciting news. We've been starting to do a little rebrand. There's going to be a new flavor of our podcast coming through. So if you want to keep updated with that, please like, subscribe, share, and of course, comments always work to see what we might want more of, different, better, whatever the case may be. It's our goal to help women like yourself feel a little bit more energized, to go within and create the life and dreams that you so desperately deserve. So with that, have a beautiful day, and I look forward to seeing you next Monday live at 9 a.m.